Hello everyone, thank you for joining us as we continue the war against COVID-19. In this video, we are going to talk about how COVID-19 can be tackled using stem cells therapy. So let's go ahead and get started. As we know, coronavirus or COVID-19 is specifically similar to the SARS virus. If you remember, there was an outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome. It was a coronavirus specifically in 2002. So this coronavirus had an ability to hop over from bats and infect other intermediate hosts. That was in civet cat, and it mutated enough to infect an human and cause severe respiratory distress syndrome with the fatality rate of 10%. After the decade, the coronavirus had the ability to mutate again, where the virus was mutated again in bat and then transmitted to intermediate host. That was in camel, and then mutated enough to infect an human. Now this time the fatality rate was 34%. Now moving towards the current situation, that is COVID-19, which is discovered in 2019, where we talk about coronavirus, particularly where the only change is intermediate host, which means the virus transmitted from bats to pangolin and then it mutated enough to infect an human. Now today in present time, it is still spreading with the current fatality rate of almost 6 to 7%. Now talking about the epidemiological fact, suppose one person has coronavirus and he goes around a bunch of people, and if he sneezes or cough and somehow other people inhale the droplets, then they could be potentially affected, and those people can affect other people, and the formation of chain will take place further on. There are some other ways from where the virus could spread, like fecal oral route is one of the way of transmission, and other one is by coughing, sneezing, which could be airborne way via respiratory droplets. This is a type of disease in which there can be also a symptomatic carrier. So sometimes if someone is actually not showing symptoms, they do potentially have the ability to spread this actual virus. Once the virus gets into the respiratory syndrome, it attacks the alveoli. Once the virus comes down into alveoli, it attaches to type 2 pneumocytes. As we know, there are two types of pneumocytes. Type 1 pneumocytes, which results in gas exchange process, and type 2 pneumocytes are the structures that produce surfactant, which decreases the surface tension within the alveoli and reduces the collapsing pressure. The virus has the spike protein on it, and it binds on the specific receptor on the type 2 pneumocytes. The actual receptor is angiotensin converting enzyme type 2. When it binds to this, it allows for the engulfment of the virus, and when the virus gets penetrated into the cell, it then releases its RNA which can use the host cell ribosome, and if it uses the host cell ribosome, it can then take mRNA and convert it into proteins, which is called translation. After synthesis of protein, it takes single stranded RNA and converts it into more RNAs. The polyproteins gets converted into all components of the virus. That makes the nucleocapsid, specific enzymes, spike proteins that are going to proteolyze different vital components. So now talking about stem cells. Stem cells are the basic cells that give rise to all of the different cells in the other organs or other parts of the body. Now one type of cell is zygote, also called as totipotent, because cell can form any type of cell in the body as well as umbilical cord and placenta. After division of zygote, embryonic stem cells come from blastocytes. Now the embryonic stem cells, which are pluripotent, which can form any cell in the body but not the cells in umbilical cord or placenta. In the lab, embryonic stem cells are donated from leftover embryos created during in vitro fertilization. Now in vitro fertilization is a procedure to help a woman become pregnant. The type of stem cell is an adult stem cell. Small groups of these cells are found in some organs such as skin after birth and in adulthood. These stem cells are multipotent, which means they can only become a few different cell types related to the organ where they are found. For example, the skin contains small number of adult stem cells that can be divided to create new adult stem cells, or they can become more specialized skin cells to replace those that are lost due to aging or damage. In the lab, scientists can induce a regular body cell such as skin cell to change into pluripotent stem cells. Like embryonic stem cells, these induced pluripotent stem cells can become any type of cell in the body. Now talking about the stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy is a procedure that uses stem cells to treat any disease or any condition. As we know, in COVID-19, the virus gets penetrated inside the cell and starts converting single-stranded RNA into more RNAs, and polyprotein gets converted into vital components and the cell gets infected. For the stem cell therapy, the doctor will take the blood samples and bone marrow samples from the patient or a donor. In some cases, donor's blood may come from baby's umbilical cord after it's born. This tissue will contain healthy stem cells. Then doctor will give the patient chemotherapy drugs or use radiation to kill abnormal cells. And once the abnormal cells are gone, doctor will transplant the healthy stem cells from the tissue samples into the patient. These healthy stem cells will make new cells, and in this way the stem cell therapy can be more efficient in tackling COVID-19 virus. Thank you.